welcome to webisode number 1 of our Realty Ohio Novice to Ninja series. This first episode, it's going to be kind of an intro to us and an intro to whether you should buy or rent. Usually when I walk through this question, or I walk through these types of questions with clients, I kind of go through a couple different points with them. The biggest one being your job security. You have to be able to purchase, you have to be able to afford the house. You really don't want to end up in foreclosure. That's obviously the worst thing that can happen. So I really tell clients that you really should be sure of your job, of where you're working, how you're working, and the fact that you will have a job, a year, 2, 3, 5, whatever, down the road, so that affording the house, not only for the mortgage payment, but also for upkeep, cutting the grass, taking care of anything that might happen, like the roof or siding or stucco or whatever might happen. Houses can be very expensive to maintain. So I always make sure that clients consider their job, consider their current work status and future work status, so that that is a major part of them deciding to buy a house. You don't always want to run out and buy a house or condo just because you got a job. Something could change 6 months into it. So you always want to be sure of your job status before you make that decision. Second thing I always try to make people think of is maybe your marital status. If you have someone that's there that is able to help pay a mortgage, A, you might be able to buy a bigger house. B, if something happens to you, there might still be income to actually help pay the mortgage and keep up with the maintenance on the property. So I always tell people to consider that. If you're getting married or thinking about getting married, or you have a long-time significant other that's been around for a substantial amount of time, you might consider that. That might help very much in your decision to purchase or not purchase. Another thing I try to recommend to clients is think about your location to job or location to work. If you're choosing to look at property that's 45 minutes from your job on the other side of the city, not only is the drive time, the gas money going to affect you, but also the stress. If someone has an accident or the road shut down, the stress level of driving to and from work every day may not make it worth it. That will help in your location search. All kinds of different factors play into whether you should buy close to a city, away from a city, basically close to your job. Another thing you might consider is going to be whether renting really is for you. Some people just enjoy renting. They don't want to mow a lawn. They don't want to have to keep up the property, making sure the siding or the roof isn't falling apart, or the gutters are working, or the basement isn't flooding. There's all kinds of different factors that go into owning a house. Some people just don't enjoy that. You might enjoy renting. You might just like being able to go to and from whenever you like, and that might work for you. So that's another factor we try and make people aware of, or that you should think about. Another reason why maybe you should buy or rent. Also, another factor that's been a big factor for the past few years is the state of the economy. If the economy is going down, jobs are disappearing, it may not be a good time to purchase. Not only for that reason, but for the fact that when the economy goes down, there's less people buying, values in homes typically go down. If you're not going to be in a house for at least 5 years, you most likely will lose money when you purchase a property. Another thing to consider about breaking even on your property, this plays into our whole idea that if you're not going to be in a home for 5 years, you may not want to purchase. When you purchase a property, you're going to incur costs from the actual closing. So you're going to pay for a title, you're going to pay for the survey on the property, you're going to pay for a home inspection. Keeping a house for 5 years will help cover the cost with the appreciation, and the amount of money you paid down will actually help cover the cost that you incurred when you actually purchased the property. So these are some things to think about if you're thinking about buying a house or a condo or retirement piece of property. Take all these things into consideration when you're looking, or when you're buying, or when you're making these decisions. It will help you down the road if you need to sell, or if you choose to sell, or if, whatever life throws at you. So thank you for watching. This is the first episode in our Novice to Ninja Realty Ohio Real Estate series. Thank you very much.